The galaxy had forgotten them. For millennia, humanity had faded into myth, spoken of only in scattered fragments as stories told around alien hearths about the species that once reached for the stars and vanished. To most, they were little more than legend. To others, they were a cautionary tale about ambition that had burned too brightly. The Galactic Council, a vast alliance of hundreds of species, treated the idea of humans as nothing more than folktale dust carried by drifting, radio echoes from a forgotten corner of the universe. Yet myths have a strange habit of returning when the universe grows too certain of itself. The Council's fleets had grown arrogant. Unchallenged for centuries, their ships patrolled the void. Their laws stretched across spiral arms, and their technology had reached a plateau. The old dangers were gone, or so they thought. The Council's hubris was complete, its peace built on the silence of forgotten histories. That silence was about to end. It began on the edge of the Perseus Arm, in a forgotten system catalogued long ago but left unclaimed. A mining fleet from the Orvani Guild vanished without distress calls. Days later, a patrol cruiser arrived to investigate and found only drifting wreckage. The metal hulls were torn open from within, and the data cores were wiped clean. The captain sent one last message to command before disappearing as well. Then came the silence. Weeks passed before the Council authorized a task force to investigate. 3 cruisers, 2 carriers, and a frigate entered the system. They found nothing at first, just quiet stars and the echo of radiation trails. Then their sensors picked up something impossible. Ships without transponders, large and cold, moving with precision no machine could mimic. Those unknown vessels emerged from the dark, their hulls blacker than the void, absorbing light. No insignia, no emission signatures. Only a simple haunting pattern etched into their plating, a symbol of a hand reaching upward, painted in stark white. When the alien commander demanded identification, the voice that replied came through ancient radio waves, distorted but calm. "This system is under human jurisdiction. Leave immediately." The commander laughed, thinking it a trick, perhaps some pirate faction playing games. But when the first beam struck, slicing a cruiser clean in half, no one laughed again. The battle lasted less than 6 minutes. The human ships moved with precision beyond comprehension. Their railguns hit before the sound of impact could register. Their drones swarmed like metallic ghosts, and their jamming fields blinded every scanner. When the dust settled, the Council task force was gone. No survivors. No escape pods. Only silence and the hand symbol left burning in space by a residual energy flare. The Council called it impossible. Humans were gone. The archives confirmed it. Earth had been lost during the Collapse Age, a time when hyperspace instability cut off hundreds of worlds. Humanity's colonies, scattered and isolated, had supposedly died out. The Council dismissed the reports as propaganda or a hoax staged by rebels. But as months passed, more fleets vanished. Border stations stopped responding. Entire trade routes became dead zones. Something was moving through the void, system by system, silent and unseen, leaving behind wreckage marked by the same white hand. Eventually, the Council assembled a grand meeting in the Celestial Hall, a station larger than any planet's moon. Representatives from over 100 species gathered. Panic buzzed through the chamber. The question on everyone's mind was the same. Who were they, and how could they be stopped? A transmission interrupted the debate. It came not through hyperwave channels, but through ancient radio frequencies, primitive, inefficient, yet untraceable. The signal carried an image, a fleet of dark ships arranged in perfect formation, thousands strong. Then a voice spoke, calm and resolute. "This is Admiral Thomas of the Terran fleet. You forgot us. You erased our history, but we remember everything. The stars you took, the colonies you claimed, the treaties you broke. We were scattered, but we survived. We adapted. And now we return." The chamber fell silent. The Council tried negotiation. They sent envoys, diplomats, even emissaries claiming friendship. None returned. The humans refused talks. Their fleets appeared across multiple sectors, bypassing known routes. They didn't invade worlds, they dismantled fleets, disarmed stations, and vanished again. Every attack was precise, never excessive. They fought like ghosts that knew every weakness of their enemy, and they left behind a single message in every aftermath. "We warned you once. Now we correct the record." Whispers spread across the stars. Old legends resurfaced. Tales of humans who had once defied empires, fought gods, and conquered the impossible. Some said they had built cities beneath neutron stars. Others claimed they had transcended matter itself. Whatever the truth, the fear was real. The galaxy was being reminded that humanity was not a myth. It was memory made steel. In a quiet corner of the galaxy, an old station commander named Aurel watched the news feed. He had once studied human history before it was declared irrelevant. Their art, their wars, their stubborn will to survive fascinated him. Now seeing their fleets again, he felt something deeper than fear, admiration. He whispered to himself, "They came back." Meanwhile, in the void between galaxies, a human flagship called the Resolute Dawn drifted silently. Its crew was not born on Earth. They were the descendants of those who had fled centuries ago. They carried old songs, old codes, and the unbroken determination of their ancestors. Inside the command chamber, Admiral Thomas stood before the viewport, watching the distant lights of alien fleets mustering for defense. Around him, officers moved quietly, their eyes reflecting both pride and sorrow. "We are close to the core worlds," one officer said. "The Council is preparing for total war." Thomas nodded. "They always believed peace came from control. They will learn peace comes from respect." His words carried no anger, only finality. For humans, survival had never been about domination. It was about never forgetting who they were. The Council had erased their records, but humanity had built its memory into the stars. Coded in asteroids, hidden in forgotten probes, whispered through the gravity waves of pulsars. The order was given. The human fleets jumped. Across the galaxy, Council warships formed defensive rings. Their admirals watched their sensors anxiously. The void trembled. Then came the piercing silence, the kind that occurs just before something vast and unstoppable awakens. From the darkness emerged thousands of human vessels. Some were massive carriers forged from captured moons. Others were nimble strike ships that vanished and reappeared like flickering ghosts. They didn't broadcast warnings or demands. They moved as if time itself obeyed their command. The first salvo shattered the enemy's formation. Electromagnetic pulses crippled command systems. Drones infiltrated networks, rewriting control codes. Beams of light cut through armor like wind through smoke. The Council's fleet fought back desperately, unleashing plasma storms and singularity mines. Yet the humans countered each move with uncanny precision. Every maneuver they made suggested they had studied their enemies for centuries, predicting their every tactic. As the Council fleet collapsed, one desperate admiral broadcasted a plea. "Why are you doing this? The war ended ages ago. Humanity is gone." Admiral Thomas's voice came through the static. "Humanity never ends. It adapts, it remembers, it returns." In the aftermath, the Council's core systems went dark. Their great cities, once symbols of eternal unity, were silenced. Not destroyed, but disconnected. The humans left them intact, as if to remind the galaxy that mercy could be as powerful as wrath. Months later, transmissions resumed. This time, the humans didn't threaten, they rebuilt. They sent ships filled with supplies, engineers, and teachers. They didn't rule. They restored balance. Their message was clear. We do not seek conquest. We seek remembrance. Do not forget again. The Council, humbled and shaken, signed new accords, not of dominance, but of respect. Humanity became a myth once more. But this time it was a living myth, one the galaxy would never again dare to doubt. On the edge of known space, a child aboard a small alien freighter looked up at the stars and asked his father, "Are the humans real?" His father smiled faintly. "They are. And when the stars fall silent again, it will be them who break the silence." Far beyond, hidden among nebulae, the Resolute Dawn drifted in the endless dark. Its engines glowed softly as the crew looked toward the next frontier. Because for humanity, the story never ended. They were never truly gone. They had only been waiting until the silence was ready to be pierced once more.